Welcome to NinonSpeaks. I'm your host, Ninon de Rosa, and my co-host is AJ Dean. Sit back and enjoy the show.
I want to welcome Dusty Summers, who is a entertainer, burlesque dancer, professional in the industry.
Hello. How are you all?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing extremely well. I seem to be inundated in shows. I was doing my show on Tuesday, which was yesterday, which is Vegas Live with Ninon. And then my producer's going away, so I had to do next week's show today. So I was down doing my show today as well. So I've been running around doing shows all the time. So
amazing. Thank you for being with us, Ninon. I know you're very busy. I appreciate.
Absolutely, but I love every minute of it. I think I'm focused now. I think I'm all right. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, you're not naked. If that's any help. Your makeup looks lovely and you look beautiful on my phone. So it must be all good.
So you obviously, are you still in the burlesque?
Yes.
Dusty?
I should really say I am back in burlesque. I had a hiatus, and then the neo-burlesque movement brought back burlesque, and they brought the Burlesque Hall of Fame Museum here to Las Vegas, and the Burlesque Hall of Fame yearly fundraising show, which is now held at the Orleans, not held, of course, this year due to COVID. And I am known as Las Vegas's only nude magician. I was a nightclub owner in Texas, 2 clubs, Dusty's West. One was a burlesque club, one was in Grand Prairie, and that was a country western club.
Dusty, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. I've got to back up a little bit.
Okay.
Hang on. When you said you were the only nude what?
Nude, a magician.
You were a nude magician. Okay. Well, what does exactly do?
That means that while you're taking off your clothes, you're also producing doves and dancing canes. And at one time, I think I used about 8 doves in my show when I was at the Maxim Hotel.
Okay, Dusty.
And I had
Dusty. If you're nude, where do the doves come from?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I'm asking.
You understand that if I tell you, I have to kill you. That's a magician's credo. We never tell.
Well, I'm actually not ready to die just yet. I got a couple of things to do.
Me either.
To get 15, 20 years, and I will have this conversation again.
Okay.
So you say that you're going back into the business, right?
I actually went back on stage in 2006. I went off stage or into a different field of work in 1993 or 4. I went to work as a blackjack dealer.
Okay.
Eventually winding up at Circus, and then I became a pit boss.
Dusty, were you naked or did you have clothes on when you were a pit boss?
Well, at that time, clothes on. Now they're beginning to have dealers, that dance. They have to dance and be able to deal.
Just trying to figure out what's going on there with this between the clothes on and the clothes off.
It was. I believe that everybody needs to know how to do more than one thing, and sometimes the things that, particularly for me, that entertainers know how to do besides what you know them for doing, is sometimes more interesting.
Yes, I do agree with that, Dusty. But I'm on the other end of the totem pole. I'm trying to help you what you need to do or what you need to know. So that I'm on the other end. I don't need to know. I'm trying to see how I can help you, what I can do for you, and how we can progress as you're coming back in it. But you came back in it in 2006. That's quite a long time ago. And you're doing it, right?
Yes.
Good.
I've been in a few major shows, Vegas Nocturne at the Cosmopolitan, working for producer Ross Mollison. He's the one that has the Absinthe show in the tent in front of Caesar's Palace. And he has a show called Opium. He's got shows all over the world, actually. Very nice Australian gentleman.
What's his name?
Australian. His name is Ross Mollison.
Okay, I think I know him.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I would like to have like a little 2-minute thing that what we can do for you, how we can help you, or maybe we'll twist it around and you give some kudos for people that are coming into the burlesque arena at a younger age, and what we can tell them to do and how they can do it. Can you give me a couple of minutes of that?
Well, yeah, I can tell you about a couple that I know that are really doing well. Miss Charlemagne, she's kind of like an acrobat, but her burlesque career she's just gotten better and better. A young lady named Buttercup, who does a lot of work for the Burlesque Hall of Fame Museum. And she also is a singer, and she's been working out at some of the big casinos on the Strip. And when I get a chance to help the new burlesque acts, I try to teach them whatever I can teach them, whatever they're willing to learn.
Say right now, what can you say right now that could teach them and help them that we can put on the air? What can you tell them?
That you should try as much as possible, even though, especially now with the pandemic, you should try to present yourself as though you may be on stage any moment.
Oh, I couldn't.
Look good always, if you can. I don't live up to that anymore because, you know, this is not really how I make my living now. This is just for fun. But if you're going into this world, it used to be we had afternoon rehearsals when we had a booking. Things are much different today.
Yes.
But if you go into rehearsal and you don't know the people you're going in, go in at least with a modest amount of makeup and hair on. Don't go in looking like you just came out of a homeless camp.
You know, Dusty, what you just said was so correct, because I have people come to my home where I actually teach them or help them or whatever, and they come in jeans and flip-flops and a T-shirt, and I look at them, I said, where are you going? Because this is not the house you belong to. This is not what we're going to do. Yes. You know, wherever you go outside of in your home, do whatever you want. But as soon as you step outside the door, you should be prepared. You never know who you're going to meet. People say to me, Ninon, why are you always so dressed up? Why are you always looking? And I said, well, I don't know who I'm going to meet. I don't know what's going to happen out there. Now, I can also go out camouflage because I don't want people to know who I am or what I am. So I can do that too. But you're absolutely right. Be prepared for a job at any time.
Yeah, you don't know. Sometimes you might not know for years or months who you just impressed or failed to impress.
Oh, yeah.
And, many of the jobs I've gotten were as a result of something else I was doing that someone was paying attention to. I didn't even know they were important, you know. Yeah. Everybody is important around you. It's not just important what they're saying or seeing or what their job may be, but what they're telling other people about how you look, how you act. Are you on time? Are you dependable? Is your word good? As an entertainer, your word is more valuable than money.
Word is your word, and you've had a lot of experiences. You've put it very, very clearly as to how someone should be, and that's exactly, especially unfortunately in the entertainment business, because you are presenting yourself, you are an act, and you are kind of out there, and when you present yourself looking like an old rag that's just come out of the bathtub, that's not going to work.
No, when I go out like that, I nobody knows where I'm at. I might be at the American Legion with a hat on my head like I was the other day when we tried this for practice. But if I'm going to go out where I'm going to go to a nightclub, go out to dinner, so on, then I do get dressed up. It's not exactly self-promotion. The number one person who is, God, I wish I had her energy and her abilities, is Georgette Dante. You know, she is on always.
Dante.
She's always, it doesn't cost her a lot, but she knows how to put herself together.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to ever get any $1 million movie producer thing. I don't have ambitions like that, but she does.
Hey, Dusty, hang in a second. The only reason you're not going to get $1 million movie is because you just said you're never going to get it. And if you say you're never going to get it, you will never get it. So let's.
Well, it isn't that. It's I haven't aspired to that.
So, well, let's get those words out of there, because there's nothing
Okay.
Dusty can do. I don't think there's anything you can't do. I think if you
That's
set
right.
your mind to it, you can do it. But you've always got to put that possibility in a positive way out there. And if you turn around and say, oh, good luck, have a great day, you really mean it and you hope they do. Now, if you say, oh, bye, and you don't really care, then you don't really care. And
Yeah, I really do care, and I care about people, whether or not they can help me. I don't associate just with people who might help me. I know a lot of people would. I try to promote my friends and others. If I know you do a good job, I know Grant Filippo. I've known him for quite a few years. He is magnificent. I would promote him anytime. And people who know me know if I tell you someone is good, they're really good.
Good for you. Good for you. You know your friends, don't you?
Yes. I know who. I don't go out of my way. I don't put someone down because I don't think they're the best. But if I know someone's looking for a certain type, people do ask me, producers and so on, ask me if I know someone can do something, because sometimes I'm busy.
Yeah.
But usually that makes them want me more. I guess if you're not available, you must be pretty good.
Okay.
So I've gotten very lucky. I got to do a couple of plays, Play Dead with Todd Robbins, and that was directed by Teller of Penn and Teller.
Dusty, where do you live?
I live in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, well, you have to come on my show, Vegas Live with Ninon. Okay?
Okay.
Remember that, Vegas Live with Ninon. Look at AJ. Well, AJ, you send her the link or something, and I'll get her on my show. She's got a great story. She's actually, Dusty is somebody more that I would interview on my show to present who she is and what she's done more, actually, than this show. This show, NinonSpeaks Social Media, this is kind of, this is more of helping and teaching people. I don't think I can teach you. I think you're going to teach me.
I don't know if I can teach you. I can teach you that. I don't know what your age is, but I do know one thing. The perspective of somebody my age about entertainment or politics or anything else is going to be different than you're going to get from a 21-year-old. It's going to be different than you're going to get from an entertainer from England. I've been very privileged to work with every age and every country. So I see a lot of perspectives. They don't always understand me, but they know that I respect them. And that's international.
Well, Dusty, I am English. And
good for you. I've been there.
I'm English too.
That's two of you.
Yeah.
Ross Mollison is Australian.
Well, I don't know. Australians are wonderful people too, but they came after Great Britain. So there's always...
Well, yeah, Great Britain, you know, for a small country, y'all were just really, you had the world by the throat for many, many, many centuries.
Well, we did. And I think now kind of all that has dissipated all over the world, because now everybody has this virus. So therefore, we are quite all the same. Since we have all now recognized, as I don't care what nationality you are, where you live or what you are, but you've all got the coronavirus floating around somewhere. So we all have susceptibility, even though we might all feel, you know, bulletproof. My husband is 82. He's 10 years older than I am. And he's not worried about it. He's a pharmacist. My doctor is, I think he's in his 50s. He's not worried about it. I have two daughters who are nurses. They are not worried about it. If you do the things they say, try to social distance when possible. Wear a mask when you can. Wash your hands and keep your hands off your face. My whole opinion of this whole thing is I'm not really protecting myself because I'm really very fit and very well. But when I put the mask on, I'm really just letting people know I'm protecting them. And maybe I'm protecting myself from them because I know what I am. I'm perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong.
Yes.
I will do whatever I have to do just to give other people around me the security that I'm going to protect them from me, just in case they think I've got crazy.
I think the biggest problem with this pandemic is the unintended consequences of closing businesses, schools. We have business people going bankrupt.
That whole thing is so ridiculous and so stupid that even a 5-year-old could think better than that, than closing the whole down. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
The kids here trying to get online cannot get online to do their schooling.
This is all.
I feel so sorry for them.
This is all a test. The whole thing is a test just to see what people will do and how they will do it. Believe me, if you really look into this whole thing, we can go into casinos right now, but we can't go to church. Hello? What is
yes. Very strange.
Yeah. So we can all go into the casinos. We can all go into playgrounds.
Yes.
We can't go to school. Well, come on.
The logic is not there.
The school tables are wide from each other.
Yes, man has the possibilities of doing good or doing bad.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, when they do something that bad, we're all affected by it, not in a positive way.
Oh. AJ, what's going on? Where are all the other guests? What happened to Grant?
Yes, Grant Filippo is logged in. We can see his screen here. I think there's some audio issues, so I want to apologize for that and a little bit of a delay. We did have video before, but I don't have any video or audio right yet.
We got it.
Anyway, you're fascinating. I just would like to know what I can help you with. That's kind of my main object, is to see how I can help you. All right?
I really can't tell you because I wasn't looking for help. Georgette Dante's the one that suggested that I talk to you and that maybe I'd tell you some stories and you can pass those on to other people, I can give you a couple of stories about things that have happened to me that shouldn't have.
I think,
and how you recover.
Yeah, I think that's more pertaining to my other show, not this show. This show is I kind of help people of their next move or how they can get out of a predicament and how they can find a husband or how they can divorce a husband or how they can whatever they want to do. Or real estate.
Do that yourself in Las Vegas. You can actually divorce yourself without the lawyer. Costs you a lot less money, but you have to have an agreeable partner to do that.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have to worry about that.
Good. I don't have to worry about it either. My husband and I are too old to bother with divorcing now. We've been married 32 years, so I guess we're going to stay together. And he's number 9. I don't want you to think I'm easy. Yeah, number for him.
You are very difficult to please.
No, I apparently don't please people very well sometimes, men. And if they say it's their way or the highway, I know the highway. That's where I go.
It's the highway.
Or my foster mother, I lived in foster homes. My foster mother said, just tie a can to his tail. There's always more fish out in the sea. And there are.
Well, yes.
Your age, my age, or any other age.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, you've been an absolute pleasure. It's been great talking to you. And I look forward to having you on my show in Vegas because I have my show. You know the Peppermill, right?
The Peppermill, yeah.
Okay.
On Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yes, I do my show there. I've been doing my show there for 5 years now. I film every Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we'll get you on that show. But it's been a pleasure talking to you. You're an amazing woman. And God, 9 husbands? Dude. I mean, I've heard of people. I thought Elizabeth Taylor was like, she was out there. Now you have got more husbands than she had.
Yeah, well, women have an advantage in magic, especially in burlesque. Well, one advantage, one disadvantage. They don't expect anything from me because I'm a burlesque performer. And therefore, I can hide things because I'm a woman in places that men cannot. So I don't have the big hands a man has, but I have other attributes and distractions.
I'm not going anywhere on any of this. Keep my mouth shut.
No, not really. It might. It's not really. If you watch any of my videos, I don't do anything terribly shocking. It's really the more old-fashioned type burlesque. But in the old days, that saying "you got to have a gimmick" from Gypsy Rose Lee was quite appropriate, and so my gimmick was doing magic.
Good for you.
While,
That's amazing.
while taking off clothes. Less clothes, more magic.
Yeah, let's do more magic. Okay, AG, let's close out the show and let's thank Dusty for coming on. That's very sweet of you to come on. We learned an awful lot and thank you so much, okay?
Thank you.
You're very welcome and good luck.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.